Sunscreen and makeup don't get along for a lot of you, but there are some really amazing sunscreens out there that will work with makeup, and they can protect your skin from the sun. They can multitask just like a serum and give you flawless coverage with your foundation. And I'm going to give you my top 5 picks for this in today's video because you asked for them. Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, hot topic, hot requested topic, makeup and sunscreen together on my skin just does not work. And today we're going to talk about marrying the two on your skin so that they don't break up and move your makeup all around and cause it to pill up, which is a big complaint I hear from a lot of you. Now, if you're new to the channel and not familiar with who I am, I'm Chris. I'm a skincare expert, and I help people find skincare that will work for them, not empty their wallet, and not do more harm than good. So if that's the kind of content that you've been looking for on YouTube, please be sure and subscribe. Also hit that little notification bell so that you know when my new videos come up each week. So I know sunscreen under makeup is a real issue, and I also know that there's a problem when it comes to reapplying it, which oftentimes you really do need to do that. And I know it's a hassle for a lot of you makeup and cosmetic wearers, but you really do need to wear sunscreen, and you do need to reapply it throughout the day. So I wanted to be able to give you some options today, both mineral and chemical. I know, right? Chris is giving out chemical sunscreens on his channel. Doesn't usually happen, folks. But I did want to be able to give you those options and also give you some products that met my standards as far as that goes, and also could work for things like hydration, good for acne skin or acne prone skin, oily skin, and dry skin. So I tried to cover all of these issues and pick out the top 5 sunscreens that I know will work for you with makeup. And on top of all of that, in order to make the grade, even to get into this video, they could not contain oxybenzone or octinoxate, which are those 2 heinous sunscreen chemicals that are banned in many places because of what they do to the coral reefs and ocean life or marine life. Also, they've been proven to be hormone disruptors and be able to penetrate the blood barrier. So the products I'm giving you today, the chemical versions, while I don't like chemical sunscreens in general, are deemed safe by the FDA to use. So we got all that covered. Now, this video is not sponsored by any of the products that I'm going to recommend to you today, but I will be putting the links for these down in the video description box. So as we go through them, you don't need to write them down. You can just check those out after the video is over. Sunscreens that work under makeup. What a tall order, but I have figured it out and gotten it sorted for you. First up on the list is a sunscreen that dermatologists overall really do like and recommend. Plus, it's a mineral sunscreen. It's Elta MD's Clear Broad Spectrum SPF 40 sunscreen. It's a zinc sunscreen that is clear. It is great for acne prone skin because it is oil free. And it also contains lactic acid, which is an AHA that helps keep pores clear and combat acne bacteria. So really a great formulation, and they added matting properties to it so that your makeup will set on top of it and not move around. So it's not going to pill up. It's going to stay in place throughout the day and give you some great protection. Next up is another mineral-based sunscreen slash primer. And yes, I just did call it a primer. It's La Roche-Posay's Anthelios SPF 50 primer. Now, the great thing about this sunscreen is that they added a small amount of tint so that it is a very matte finish on the skin. I know a lot of you shun the zinc and mineral sunscreens because they've in the past been greasy and left that white cast on your skin. This will not do that. It has matting properties in it as well. Will totally absorb. It's creamy without being greasy or chalky. They've got antioxidants in the formulation, and it can be used alone as a blurring product. So this is a really very good sunscreen for use with makeup or without. So if you're just looking for light coverage, both of these 2 mineral sunscreens that I've given you today are very, very light. And I know you guys have to try to get past that thing of the past of the greasy, heavy white cast from mineral sunscreens. The new generation of these coming out today are so wonderfully formulated and work so wonderfully well. Now, the next sunscreen I want to tell you about is great with makeup as well, but it is chemically based. So it is not a mineral sunscreen. However, it does not have the 2 in it that I dislike a whole lot or are banned. So it will work well for you, give you sun protection without that worry. This one is Unseen Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 40 by Super Goop. Now, the great thing about this product, it is a gel, clear gel sunscreen, which means that it will go onto your skin and completely absorb. So makeup's going to work really well with it. It is very well formulated for darker skin tone. So if you have darker skin and you're using darker cosmetics or darker foundation, this stuff is great because it won't leave that white cast and it won't make those products look ashy on your skin. So a really, really great product that is oil-free, fragrance-free, and set and stay. It's going to work very well for you. Okay, now another big issue with sunscreen is that oftentimes, even with makeup, it needs to be reapplied. So ideally, you would go and wash everything off and start over. And I can hear the winces and the howls right now out there. I know you're not going to do that. So I wanted to tell you about a couple of products today that you can use after makeup has been applied without having to redo everything. The first of which is Neutrogena's Ultra Sheer Face 55 SPF Mist. Now, this is a chemical sunscreen. Again, does not have the chemicals in it that I dislike, but because it's a mist, you can spray it on over your makeup. It has a very matte finish to it when it dries, so it's not going to mess anything up. And it just works so well to protect your skin. So instead of having to start all over, you can use that. There's another great brand that I've talked about on the channel before. Color Science has a powder type zinc mineral sunscreen that you can apply with a brush, like a light powder brush, like a setting powder, actually is really what it works like. Now, Color Science's product is called Unforgettable Brush On Shield SPF 50. It's amazing. And it comes in 4 different tints from light to dark. A lot of my clients like it so well, they actually use that as kind of their foundation. So they go with the fresh face look using this powder sunscreen so they get the protection. And of course, it can be reapplied throughout the day as necessary. Now, I get asked a lot of times, how often do I need to reapply it? Well, it sort of depends. Now, if you're indoors all day, you don't need to be reapplying sunscreen if you've got it on your skin already, especially with makeup. But if you're going to be in and out and you have a habit of touching your face or your environments where you sweat, even with makeup, sweat tends to break down these sunscreens and make them less effective. So it is really good to have one of these 2 products on hand so that you can reapply them without completely redoing your face. So the bottom line is you really need to be wearing sunscreen even when you're indoors. I say it all the time, sunscreen, sunscreen, sunscreen. Did I tell you you need to wear sunscreen? So it's really, really that important. Now, I hope this video today has given you some options of sunscreen that you can use with makeup. You can go check them out. Again, all the links are down below in the video description box. If the video was helpful, please be sure and give it a like, share it out, and also comment below and let me know what sunscreens you have found that work well with your makeup. So that way we can share it out with other people and we all learn something. Also, be sure to check out my videos that are coming up next. They will help you get the perfect skincare routine for your skin type so you get the best skin ever. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the channel. I love you, stay beautiful, and I'll see you over on the next video. Yeah.